lovely teacher who was wishing for a TV production crew. All of them needed to be smart and motivated to broadcast weekly news. Here's a story of a group of students who were dreaming of a broadcast on their own. There were 10 students sitting in their classrooms, and they were all alone. So one day when the teacher met these students, and they knew together they'd become a crew, that this crew would somehow form a family, and that's the way we became Cougar News. Cougar News. Cougar News. And that's the way we became Cougar News.
Good morning, Affton. Today's October 17th, 2012. I'm Amila Hasetta.
And I'm Jack Nathy. Welcome back to a new year at Affton.
It's really great to be back.
Yep, I can't believe it's my senior year already. Why, I remember when I was a freshman and that feeling of being the new kid on the block.
Yeah, freshman year can be really confusing. That's why we've got some advice for the freshmen.
So what is your advice to the freshmen?
Well, my advice would be definitely, even though there's going to be a lot of hard work in years to come, don't slack off. Bit of a mistake that I made.
Don't let other people pick on you just because of your goals. Your goals matter to you and no one else.
My advice to freshmen is to be in class on time, every time, and to give your absolute best effort at everything your teachers ask you to do while you're here in the building. That'll take a lot off your plate to make it easier when you're not here.
My advice for all the freshmen is get involved. It makes the school year go by a lot faster. You'll meet new friends, and it's just fun to get involved.
Join tons of clubs or sports. There's tons that are offered at the school. I like a lot of them, like DECA is probably my favorite. I also suggest finding your own group of friends. It's going to change a lot during high school. You're never going to have the same people in the same group, but I mean, you can try, but it's going to be hard.
For Cougar News, this is Rafael Yusuf.
Even with all that great advice, it's still difficult to start a new school year from scratch.
Yeah, that's right. Being a freshman can be pretty hard. That's why the freshmen have a new seminar this year.
That's right, Cat's Crew is forming some new freshman seminar. Nathaniel did a story about it. Take it away, Nathaniel.
I'm here with the Cat's Crew leaders to get some interesting information that you might not know yet. Tell us a little about Cat's Crew.
So Cat's Crew is a year-long transition program for freshmen where they are assigned upperclassmen to help them transition into how high school works and what they need to know to be successful here at the high school.
Okay, Mr. Allgett, what are the changes that have been made to Cat's Crew this year?
One of the most significant changes is we aren't doing anything during seminar. We've built into our schedule D-days where the Cat's Crew members can meet with the freshmen on those D-days and do activities during that time. The other change was that we put the mentors in the seminars with the freshmen. That was one of the most significant changes also.
Okay, and Ms. Mayfield, how do you join Cat's Crew?
There's an application process that we normally start around spring break in March. They fill out the application and then they do an interview, and then we let them know if they've been accepted.
For Cougar News, this is Nathan Durfee.
So what's your favorite part of the school year been?
Probably homecoming. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a blast. I'm really glad I went.
Me too, but for you who didn't go, Ramana's got a recap for you.
The decorations, the pep assembly, the football game, they all lead up to one of the year's most anticipated events, homecoming. From the upbeat music and the colorful decorations to the gorgeous dresses and the stylish suits, the dance was sure to be a memorable and fun-filled night. When the clock struck 8, students gathered around the dance floor to witness the crowning of the 2012 Homecoming King and Queen.
Mr. Jonah Boyd. Miss Madeline Mullins.
I caught up with Your Royal Highnesses Jonah Boyd and Madeline Mullins for a quick interview about life after the crown. How does it feel to be the 2012 Homecoming King and Queen?
I am extremely honored to be called Homecoming Queen, and I am thankful for everyone who voted for me.
I'm very happy and also thankful for everyone who voted for me.
How has your life changed since homecoming?
It's the same as before.
Our picture will be on the wall, that's about the only difference.
Do you have anything to say to all your royal subjects?
Thank you for giving me this title.
You always have to bow to us.
Do you get to keep the crowns?
Yeah, we get to keep the crowns.
Yes, it's hanging in my room right now.
Any last comments or thanks?
Thank you to everyone who voted for me. It means a lot.
I would like to thank the Academy and my mother.
For Cougar News, this is Romana Merjak.
So what about you, Jack? What's your favorite part been?
I would have to say working on the new play, God's Favorite.
Oh, that sounds like fun. How's it going?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
I think compared to a lot of the other shows, it's going to be a lot more intense.
But whoever's out there could still be there. He could be a mad lunatic.
He could be a rapist.
Can't see 2 feet in front of him. But who's he gonna find to rape?
He could feel his way into the house.
I chose God's Favorite because first, it was really funny, but then it was also really dramatic too.
The set's going to be a bit more complicated to work with because we've got a lot of special effects, quote unquote, to work with. We're going to have to work with lighting a little bit more, and props are pretty much an essential portion. So there's going to be a lot more on the technical side of this show, and the acting is going to be a little bit more difficult, so it's just going to be a little bit of a harder show.
Well, this show has its own feel to it. It is a smaller show, but it has a really great meaning to it, and I think it'll really capture the audience's attention.
I think that it has a really good message, and that it just kind of like, it makes you happy. Like, it's a really emotional play because it makes you, there's a really large tragedy, and then you get happy, and then there's sad moments that make you sad, and it really immerses you into the play.
I hope that they'll get a sense of who they really are and really understand what they believe in and to not give up in what they believe in.
God's Favorite is playing November 16th and 17th in the Judith Ruthwich Auditorium.
Whoa. So, what did you think?
That was interesting.
You know, it really makes me think.
I agree. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
Commercial
Hi. Oh, yeah, that too.
This here is Rob. My name's not Rob. Rob, please, I'm talking. Rob here is thinking about joining theater. Isn't that right, Rob?
I was thinking about it, but then...
But what, Rob?
I mean, I don't know if I want to act.
Well, that's okay. There are plenty other departments for you to join.
I think I'll join theater. I'm gonna do it.
Excellent. Just come here at the auditorium Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6:30. Can't wait to see you there.
My name's not Rob.
Bye, Rob.
Jessica, there's something I've been wanting to ask you.
Sure, Michael. What is it?
Well, we've been hanging out a lot and having a lot of fun.
I've been having a lot of fun too.
And I don't know how to ask you this, but
But what, Michael? What do you need to tell me?
where can I sign up for A+?
I think next to room 37.
Did you know that with 50+ hours of tutoring, A+ could pay for your college tuition?
Yeah, that's why A+ is great.
Thanks, Jessica. See you later. Bye.
Speaking of new and exciting things, Affton, did you see the Harlem Wizards?
I did. They were great. They were really funny. And the teachers got to play too.
They played? You mean I missed the teachers play? No!
It's okay, Jack. I did a story on it.
Well, then let's see it then.
On September 21st, the Harlem Wizards came to take on Affton staff and alumni. The game was a fundraiser for the Affton School Mothers Club. And it was a sellout. The Harlem Wizards beat Affton 95-59. The game was a great mix of comedy and basketball. There was an airplane contest during halftime, and the Rogers Middle School cheerleaders helped cheer on Affton. After the game, the Harlem Wizards signed autographs, and I asked them what they thought about the game.
I thought the game was so much fun. There was so many people here. We had a great time. It was great slam dunks. We all laughed. We even did some dancing.
Amazing, fantastic. The energy was great. We love this town. We look forward to coming back here. We sold our house for a great community.
Phenomenal. We need to come back next year. Next year.
For Cougar News, this is Amila Haseda.
Wow, that looked like a lot of fun.
It was. The Harlem Wizards were great.
While we're on the topic of sports, did you hear about alumni Marcus Golden?
Yeah, he's been up to some pretty great stuff since his days at Affton.
Let's go to Nathan for more information.
Thanks, guys. We all know it's college football season, right? Well, Afton's very own Marcus Golden is a sophomore in Mizzou this year. He's number 33 and he's a linebacker. Marcus has 7 tackles over 6 games, and 5 of those are solo. Also, if that's not enough, he appeared in a video game, NCAA 13 by EA Sports. I wanted to learn as much as I could about Marcus Golden, so I was super excited to get the chance to sit down with somebody that actually knew him, Coach Oliver.
Okay, so what is it like to see Marcus play and succeed at Mizzou?
Well, I mean, we're just real proud of him. He's worked really hard to get there, and so, you know, it's very gratifying to see him out there and being able to pursue his dream, and after starting off here at Affton High School.
What makes Marcus a great player?
Well, I think he has a lot of ability. He's played for a long time before he got here. He played, you know, Little League, and he played the middle school and our football league down there, and then, you know, he's just a really hard worker.
For Cougar News, this is Nathan Sontag.
Babies! Do you know whose babies is whose?
Let's test it out. Who's that baby's daddy?
You may have noticed in the past month that a few of our teachers have been missing. Well, here's why. What's it like being a father?
Well, it's in the very early stages, obviously, only a month into it, but it's time-consuming, sleep-depriving, but ultimately rewarding.
Is it all that you expected it to be?
No, I didn't know what to expect. I had a little brother who's 14 years younger than me, so I kind of went through a little bit of having a child around, but not being the sole, or one of the sole caretakers. So,
what's the best part about being a new parent?
Oh boy, the best part about it is you are, again, I've said it before, but are completely responsible for somebody. Just staring at, watching him smile is just makes me laugh so much and puts the biggest smile on my face.
And now it's time for Who Dat Baby Daddy? For Cougar News, this is Madeline Cochran.
What are you doing? We're supposed to be filming for Cougar News.
I'm just trying to catch up on the presidential elections. I didn't get to see the debate on the 3rd.
Well, instead of interrupting the filming process, why don't we just go to Corey for more information?
Not a bad idea, Jack. Roll it.
October 3rd marked the first presidential debate between former Republican Massachusetts Governor Mitt Romney and the current Democratic President Barack Obama. The debate was moderated by Jim Lehrer and hosted at the University of Denver in Denver, Colorado. It covered the following 6 topics: the economy and jobs, the economy and the budget deficit, the economy and regulation, healthcare, the role of government, and lastly, governing. 15 minutes was originally the set time limit for each topic, but as many viewers saw, it ran a little over. Some familiar people had a few words on what they thought the flaws in the debate were.
I thought that there weren't any flaws in regard to the candidates, but in regard to the monitor, I didn't think he did a good enough job keeping track of time and, you know, kind of keeping the candidates, you know, under their specific time limits.
The topics that they thought were avoided.
I think they avoided student loans because I didn't hear a lot about that, and I feel like they could have went further into detail because I'm sure they just skipped it because they didn't want to go beyond that this debate. There's still 2 more, so I feel like they will go at it, but they did go around student loans this time.
How they thought the overall debate went.
Romney, not enough policy, presented himself well. In that field, he was good. Politically, I guess he was good. Policy, not good. Barack Obama, sluggish, tired, not that good.
their idea of how the second debate will turn out.
I kind of have a horse in this race, so I'm kind of hoping that my horse seals the deal in this and is able to articulate in a very sort of clear manner exactly what his ideas are, where he stands, why he has done or would do what he's been doing, and why that's good for the country.
And even some questions of their own.
I would ask them what the future for college students looks like for the next foreseeable future.
Are you the same or are you different? And if you're different, just tell me in one very short sentence what you think is one of the major differences.
How well do you feel that your plan of government represents our limited democracy called for in the Constitution?
I would ask Mitt Romney why he chooses not to speak about what his ideas for reforming and strengthening the economy are. And I'd ask Barack Obama, how are things going to be different from your first term?
For Cougar News, this is Corey Patterson.
Before the school year started, the Affton community suffered a loss. Here's Samantha with a story on remembering Christopher Marks.
How would you like people to remember your brother?
As the kind, caring little boy that he was. He was very adventurous and loved doing everything he possibly could. He was kind of dangerous, but sometimes he was very annoying. I just want people to remember him, you know, as something good rather than something bad. Not the little boy that drowned in a river. More like the little boy that was really helpful and caring.
Let's go to a commercial break.
His pajamas are professional. He interviews the CEO for his job. He is the most professional name in the world.
I don't always join clubs, but when I do, it's that I feel like stay professional, my friends.
So the freshman faces aren't the only new faces this year.
That's right, Affton had some new faculty members join this year.
Let's go to Elena for the full introduction.
Up and down the halls of Affton, you may have been noticing some new faces, and you may have been wondering who those faces are. What's your name?
Tim Snyder.
What classes do you teach?
Algebra 2, College Algebra, and Honors Pre-Calc.
What college do you attend?
University of Missouri, Columbia.
And what's a fun fact about you?
My wife and I are expecting another daughter in March.
What's your name?
Mr. Keith.
What class do you teach?
I teach Geometry and Algebra 1A.
What college did you attend?
Attended Southeast Missouri State.
And what's a fun fact about you?
I coach wrestling.
What's your name?
My name is Miss Early.
What classes do you teach?
I teach U.S. History and Psychology.
What college did you attend?
I attended the University of Missouri, Columbia, and the University of Missouri, St. Louis.
What's your name?
Miss Whitehead.
What class do you teach?
Teach English 1 to freshmen and then seniors modern nonfiction.
What college did you attend?
I went to Truman State University.
And is there any fun facts about you?
There's not a whole lot, but I really like the Cardinals.
What's your name?
Rob Utah.
What class do you teach?
I'm teaching freshman world history, and I also teach junior and senior psychology in the fall. And then
what college did you attend?
I attended Southeast Missouri State University.
And a fun fact about you?
I would say what a lot of people don't know is that I play the drums.
Well, there you have it, Affton. This is Lena Fountain with Cougar News.
Well, that's all the time we have this week. Don't forget to tune in next week.
And don't forget to like us on Facebook.
Bye.